Okay. Hi there and welcome to this day in history for August 19th. Happy Friday. It's a little overcast, a little muggy, not too hot. It is 77 degrees today. We've had some rain recently. I had to dump off the top of my side table here so I could set my coffee down. Let's see, I think I can move this down this way. There we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna have a live today. Get my documents here. Hi there and welcome to this day in history for August 19th. August 19th is the 231st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 232nd in leap years, and 100, is that right? Yeah, I guess, no, that's too many days. With 134 days remaining to the end of the year. That count doesn't sound right. Maybe it... Oh, okay. I got my numbers mixed up. All right, let's do that again. August 19th is the 231st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 232nd in leap years, with 134 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is from dictionary.com and is meliorism. Meliorism. Meliorism is a noun that means the doctrine that the world tends to be made better by human effort. The belief that the world's suffering is healable if we work together toward that goal. This word comes to us from Latin, melior, which means better. This word has been adapted to French, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish words that also mean better or best, depending on the context. A related word in English is meliorate, which means, not meliorate, ameliorate. A related word in English is ameliorate, which means to make or become better. First documented use of the word meliorism is in the 1850s, meliorism. And with that, we're going to start in 295 BC when the first temple to Venus, the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, Roman goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, was dedicated. On August 19th, 1561, Mary, Queen of Scots, returned to Scotland at the age of 18 after spending 13 years in France. And good grief, we have more witch trials. August 19th, 1612, 3 women from the Lancashire village of Samlesbury, England, were put on trial accused of practicing witchcraft. This was one of the most famous witch trials in British history. Meanwhile, in America, on August 19th, 1692, the Salem witch trials. 5 people, 1 woman and 4 men, including a clergyman, were executed after being convicted of witchcraft. And it seems like a pattern there was that if they denied being a witch, they were more likely to be convicted. What a thing. Let's see where we are. On August 19th, 1772, Gustav III of Sweden staged a coup d'etat in which he assumed power and enacted a new constitution that divided power between the Riksdag and the king. On August 19th, 1839, the French government announced that Louis Daguerre's photographic process was a gift free to the world. On August 19th, 1848, news of the California Gold Rush finally got out to the east coast of the United States by way of the New York Herald, even though the rush had started in January. A little slow on the uptake, I think. This is the birthday of American engineer and pilot Orville Wright, born August 19th, 1871. He is, of course, one of the Wright brothers, pioneers in flight. Orville lived to the age of 76. This is the birthday of French fashion designer Coco Chanel, born August 19, 1883. She founded the Chanel Company and lived to the age of 87. This is the birthday of American poet Ogden Nash, born August 19, 1902. He wrote simple, catchy poems to the point. Here's one now. It's called Common Sense. Why did the Lord give us agility if not to evade responsibility? Just a little two-line poem there. Ogden Nash lived to the age of 68. Indianapolis Motor Speedway opened for automobile racing on August 19, 1909. The first All-American Soapbox Derby was held in Dayton, Ohio on August 19, 1934. And on August 19, 1934, the German Referendum of 1934 approved Hitler's appointment as head of state with the title of Führer. We've talked about that before. You wonder what I'm doing in my lap here. I'm putting my papers in my clipboard. The Great Purge of the Soviet Union began on August 19, 1936, when the first of the Moscow trials convened. The Moscow trials were a series of show trials held in the Soviet Union at the instigation of Joseph Stalin between 1936 and 1938 against people who disagreed with him. Let that soak in. Show trials against people who disagreed with the leader. Most defendants were charged with conspiring with Western powers to assassinate Stalin and other Soviet leaders, dismember the Soviet Union, and restore capitalism. The Great Purge was really just an attempt to rid the party of current or prior oppositionists or anyone who may potentially become a figurehead for the growing discontent resulting from Stalin's mismanagement of the economy. Now, let's see here. On August 19th, 1955, in the Northwest United States, I don't know if that was Hurricane Diane or a different one, but it's hurricane season. There was a big hurricane in the north that made it up to the Northeast United States, caused severe flooding and loss of life. On August 19th, 1989, several hundred East Germans crossed the frontier between Hungary and Austria during the Pan-European picnic, part of the events that began the process of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Page in clipboard. Oh, and we're to the song of the day. Today's song is All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. This was number one on August 19th, 1967, and I was surprised to see that it only held a number one spot for 1 week, but there was some great songs out that year, so everybody got to take a turn, I suppose. All You Need Is Love was released in a non-album single in July of 1967, and so it really took off like a rocket, hitting number one on August 19th. Became sort of a theme song for the utopian ideals associated with the summer of love. Talk about your Meliorism. This song was later included on the Magical Mystery Tour album and is the theme for the 1968 animated film Yellow Submarine. All You Need Is Love, August 19th, 1967. And that's all I have for you today. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let's see what else I need to tell you. I guess that's enough. Thanks again. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, how do we close this? I guess, yeah.